What is up, everybody? So, Saturday night, right? What am I doing? Well, I'm going live on a Saturday night. I was just at home chilling. I said, why not? Let's put together a little intro. Let's get everything started and let's just start talking. So, this is actually on a Saturday. It's pretty weird. This is like my second live stream. So, I jumped on, earlier this afternoon onto Brian Schulman's Shout Out Saturday. So that was fun. I don't know if you got to catch it, but I had a blast. So I decided to, I decided to hop on today. Why? Because I can. I mean, do I need much more explanation than that? So yes, thank you everybody who is joining the show already. So Groven Wong is already saying about it, DiCaprio. That's right. We are about it here, folks. Now, it's usually pretty dead on a weekend, but, it doesn't hurt to get on here and just see who's on here, who's watching, who's doing stuff. I mean, there's people probably doing stuff out and about, so it's, I don't know. I just decided to go ahead and hop on. Wanted to talk about a few things that I'm putting together for the show. So I've been working on getting guests on, right? So I'm trying to reconstruct the process that I have because there's a few things that are changing the way that I do stuff. So, kind of figuring out what ground to kind of set myself on whenever I do these when I do the live stream show. So I've been messing around with the way that I want to set up how people book to come on the show. Not that the process that I had before didn't work, but it's all about learning new processes, though, right? About trying to do new things. So I'm pretty much outlining how I'm going to want to move forward because there's when you make the commitment to start doing these things all the time, you want to, hey, look at there. I already got a hit. Maureen Wixon. So Maureen is somebody I probably need to have on the show. She's been on with Russ Johns, and that's how I kind of connected with her. And, I love it that she pops in from time to time. So appreciate you so much, Maureen. But, that's one of the things, like I said, is trying to build up the structure how I want to start approaching reaching out to guests, because again, it's the process is when you set up the process to start getting people to book to come onto a show, right? You want to be able to get it where it's real easy kind of interface. So I got I'm trying to put together a few intake forms so I can get really good information on people that I want to have on, because again, that's what it's about whenever we bring somebody on, or when I have somebody on the show. It's just about spotlighting who these people are, what their talents or gifts, their experience or knowledge that they want to share. And of course, I really want people to connect, and hopefully whatever it is they're sharing help somebody else. So these are kind of the criteria that I'm putting together to get people on. So that's one of the steps that I'm taking right now. And it's pretty easy once you get a process down. I know because I did it last season whenever I started the show. I had to learn how to do a process. So I've had a few people ask me about what you're going to be doing going forward and how I'm going to approach it. Because again, it's once you figure out a way to get guest books and when you figure out how to get your guest booked, get all kinds of informations, any kind of bios that they want to share, pics that they want to use, information that they might want to share, putting together anything that might want to use for their social media. Building all that stuff up, it takes a little bit of time. And once you figure out what the information is that you really want, bringing these people on, man, afterwards, it becomes simplified. And then at that point, it really just becomes fun to have an interview, right? So, yeah, I'm working towards that right now. I have a few guests in mind who I've already got on my list. I've asked a few people. And of course, they're sending. Most of them are pretty receptive. So, really looking forward to getting that moving. And of course, I do guest host shows. I wanted to do one. I did one last week. Whew, it was kind of rough. But I think we've smoothed out the process a little bit. So that's going to be a good thing for the next few that I actually have on. So reaching out for all my regular guest hosts who come on the show. And I'm actually looking for a few other new folks, right? So if you, again, would like to come on the show, host an interview, reach out to me, send out a personal message. Let me know that you're interested, and we'll set up a conversation, and we'll go from there as far as getting you on here and hosting it. So I think I've had, let's see, I think I've had 2, 3. So I think Steve Sullivan's done it 3 times. Megan Redman has done it 3 times. She's about to do it for 4. And then, of course, so let me put this out here too. I always do this anyway. So if I'm having a live show, I put this out there just in case anybody wants to hop on here. And I do it for both channels. So here we go. And on a Saturday, I get it. It can be pretty tough, but I enjoy it. Here we go. And for those watching on LinkedIn, there you go as well. So there's a StreamYard link on LinkedIn or any of the other social media platforms. On Facebook, there we are. On YouTube, there we are. On Twitch, if you're watching on Twitch, or if you're watching on Twitter. Links there in the comments. Join if you would like. So, yeah, it's just putting together the idea of how I want to structure the show. And then from there, it's just, man, getting the people on here and then just start running, man. I'm ready to get to that point where, because once you get in a good stride, right? Joe's name, rerouted subway, got the secrets, but yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty big comment. So, Marcello, there you go, buddy. How you doing, my friend? Got your message earlier. That was cool, bro. Appreciate it. I wish I would have responded, but look at there. Now, there's a gentleman who's doing a show as well, right? And him and Peter Clark, they put together a really well-executed show. I'm becoming a big fan of Steven. So, hey, Steven. It's a live experience with Steven Nassetti, and it's really pretty cool to watch because he has his guests come on and they ask questions, and he kind of lays out. It's hard to describe because I haven't seen anything like that before, and that's what I like about it. So it's really unique, right? In the way that you approach with and interact with guests, and the way the content that you create is put out that way. So yeah, they got a really good thing going. I really like that. So, and again, like I said, it's unique. It is what he does is his personality. It really shines through, and the way that he helps people, right? The way that I mean, and a lot of these people when they're listening, it really, you can tell them that there's real emotion there whenever he's talking. So it's really cool, and I've had a lot of good friends who've actually been on his show. So, man, thank you, Stephen. Awesome. I know it's got to be pretty early, pretty late over there. He's in another time zone, so man, appreciate you, Stephen. Thank you so much, sir. That's another guy that I could probably reach out to, have on the show, because I would love to see what he teaches and what he does. I would love to get inside and learn about myself, because it's pretty interesting. And again, if you haven't watched his show or any of that, it's really great, man. And again, the concept, I love that, because it's like anything I've never seen. So that's why here we go. Let's see if I can find this channel here. Okay. Let's copy that. So here we go. There we go. So here he goes, guys. I'll put this down here. What are you doing, please? Thank you. And let me put this in the chat as well. So here we go. Oh, yes. And yes, showing them what it is. That's it, brother. So actually, guys, I got a bite tonight. I have a guest.
Hey, what's going on, man? Can you hear me okay?
Hey, look at that.
Let me get my mic in my headphones. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, I'm having issues with the audio this time. Hold on a second. I'm trying to hear myself on my end. I don't hear myself, so give me one moment.
I got you. So there's.
I think I know I got to run. Yeah. Let me see here. I'm the one that's having the issue with the audio. That's something I know, but I can see my mic is playing fine.
All right, so I can actually hear you really well. So I don't know.
Let's see here. Okay, I'm back out. Maybe that could have been a thing, because I was trying to do, which is kind of crazy. Let me see if I can bring it up here now. I was actually trying to simulcast your show at the same time while I was on yours. I was trying to do that just right now.
Well, it's kind of hard because
so what it does, I'm not sure if that had something to do with it. So give me one moment.
It does, because it's like your interface. So when you're on, it kind of eats your camera.
Now I hear you.
Right. So
I hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine, sir.
Yeah, awesome. let me get my mic going on for whatever reason. It's kind of all right. I think I'm back in business now. Let me change it to go ahead and say something.
So no, I was just
no negative
on my end. Negativos, my friend.
I'll just put it back to my Mac speakers, and then I can just hear you that way.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I could take it off. I was just I was trying to avoid the echo, and Sherry just hates that echo so much. So
it does, because it can sometimes drive you a little bit insane hearing yourself over and over again. Because if you leave like a separate tab open, it has like a video playing or something in the background. Mm-hmm. So when you have that playing and you're talking, right, and you start hearing yourself over and over again, it can be distracting at times. So I
was thinking that it was going to be distracting for guests or for you, hearing the echo, but it's not bothering you.
No, well, I've dealt with it enough times, so when I hear somebody on, I just know if I hear an echo, I just like tune it out, because I try to just keep talking and only hear when you're talking to yourself, because I can tell when I hear myself, echoing, and I know my voice. So I go, okay, somebody's either got a video open, there's an open source somewhere. So, but that doesn't bother me. Like I said, I've done enough of these interviews to just know how to work past it and just try to keep having a good conversation. So
Yeah. So
yeah,
how was your Saturday going?
man, it was great. I had a really good Saturday. I actually hopped on live with Brian Schulman on his Shout Out Saturday today.
Oh, did you? Cool.
Yeah, so they were doing, of course, their they were doing their fun things with their snap filters. So I was mobile, so I couldn't put mine on. So I was trying to mess with it, but oh, there you go, right? So
Yeah.
all the way from Sydney, right? Sydney, Australia. You're saying that you sound pretty clear, my friend.
Oh, good. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. Mind you, it's just that what happened was for me on my end was I was trying to get the audio out of my headphones so it would be a little bit easier, but I don't know what it is. Sometimes I when it comes down to going live, the best thing to do is try to reboot your computer to
Yeah,
avoid these kind of hiccups like this right now. But I bet you if I reboot my computer, I'll be able to hear it through my headphones, which is the weirdest thing, but it happens that way.
because it'll default everything. So like it goes back and whatever it is, like you've tried to set it up, it'll default it. It kind of like cuts everything off and it goes back on. So I know I've had to do it myself where like I've had mic issues where I go, my mic is not working, and you get frustrated. So you know what? I just gotta exit out everything, turn everything off, plug it back in, turn it back on, and then boom, mic picks up again, and I'm talking. So like I said, I was having issues the other night with Adam Sinkus. So I was like, what the heck is going on? So once I rebooted the computer afterwards and got back on the next day, it was fine. Audio was fine. I didn't have a problem. It's just something sometimes it just does that, and it's hard to go in to either find it in the settings or whatever it is to change it. So I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, you just forget about it, right? At this point, I know. But you know what? I sometimes after seeing you with those youth headphones, I just wish that your system jacks up again so I can be able to see those headphones once again. You know, it's almost like you should have almost like a specific day that somebody should look forward to seeing your headphones. I'm like, okay, you already know Freaky Fridays. I'm putting on my headphones, so you gotta get ready.
Of course, right? And that,
yeah.
And the whole thing about those headphones, right? They're like made specifically for children. So what it does is it controls the audio level. So they won't blow out their eardrums. It'll literally go up to only a certain level.
Oh, okay. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So sometimes when you put it on and you're listening, right? When somebody's got to talk back, you're like, dang, it sounds really low, but it's because it doesn't get any louder. I've done that before, messing with them when I first learned about these kind of headphones. I put them on and I go, these things are broke, man. What is going on? And that's when my wife kind of informed me I bought them because they're for children, and they don't go deaf and turn their volume up to 100 and mess up their eardrum. So I
not too early. Yeah,
exactly. So
because now when we put those kind of headphones on, we're like, hold on, what you said, Adam? Can you speak up? I can't hear a darn thing you're saying, dude. I mean, you gotta speak up.
I'm having mic issues, and I'm thinking I'm also having audio issues sometimes. So when they hear it, I go, "Oh, I forget. These are my kids. These are my sons." Audio's not gonna. I'm not gonna be able. Even if I have it turned up to 100, it's not gonna come out very loud. So,
well, let me tell you, you have inspired me when it comes down to replaying and simulcasting, because I started. We had issues. Or maybe you weren't aware. We was having issues with the Cocktail with Chello last Thursday, going through Restream. And I still can't figure it out for whatever reason. I'm like right now, I'm fingers crossed. I'm actually restreaming or simulcasting this show right now on every other platform, but LinkedIn. Because for whatever reason, when I try to stream it, you saw that spinning.
It's done that. It's done that with me before.
What did you do to fix it?
I actually. And here's the thing, it's something on their end sometimes, because like when you're doing live, you can actually edit your channels. So you can actually go in there while you're live, delete a channel, and you can re-add it while you're still live. I've done this before. So you got to do that. And I did it twice to reboot it. And then
so you're
once,
telling me if I do that now, like right now, I have the LinkedIn, I have it toggled off. If I toggle it on, you think you'll be able to stream?
sometimes it will restart, and you'll see it where it says, right, like right now it's toggled off. It'll say offline. Sometimes when you put it back online, it will start streaming again. You'll tell because it'll send you an error message. If it doesn't, it'll say error message. Your stream is whatever it is, something. It'll tell you what's going on with it. So, I mean, you can take it out and put it back into.
I took it out already. Like this is what I did before. I took it off, added it back on, didn't work. Took it off, added it back on, and then say I want to broadcast to an event. So, Daryl Perry and I have an event that expires in 2 years. So I said, let me broadcast to this event. And I pasted the URL for that event. And I've done that before. It's worked before. For whatever reason, I couldn't stream to the event either. So
it's probably something on their end because it has happened before where I've had streaming issues with no other platform except LinkedIn. And it's because sometimes I don't know, they're doing an update. I don't know what it is, but I've had issues where it'll tell me. It's even told me sometimes, hey, you don't have access to LinkedIn Live, and I go, what? No way. So
you know what's funny? You say that. Sometimes I'll see myself like when I go into LinkedIn, and I'll see my name on the top, right? And it'll show my name with a 3+. Like meaning like I'm 3 degrees away from myself. You've seen that before?
Yes. I've seen that before. I don't know what that is. But I've seen it before where I go, what? What the heck is that? I mean, it's the weirdest thing seeing when you see something like that. And then again, like I said, it's just, and it's only with some reason with that platform where I've had issues where either a stream doesn't show up or I have a problem reconnecting my channels. So sometimes it will, like every now and then, your whether you're using like StreamYard or Restream, it'll tell you need to reconnect your channels. I've had to do it here a couple times. So whenever it asks you to do that, it's usually just a simple click of a button and it reconnects all your channels, all your destinations at the same time. So I've had that where I've had to do that, and when I do, for some reason, it'll say LinkedIn does not recognize. It'll say it does not recognize that you have access to LinkedIn Live, and I go, man, what is going on? And I just literally have to go back in, log out of LinkedIn, log back in, reconnect my destination again, and then it'll finally take. But I've had to do that before.
I'm looking at it. Actually, I'm streaming fine. I'm actually just the simulcast is working fine. I just went into Facebook, and it's playing just fine. What I just did was, I'm not sure if you noticed this, but I'm sure you have because you was restreaming. But on StreamYard, when you go full screen, you could eliminate the comments in StreamYard. However, if you do that in Restream, then it goes into a letterbox. So the way I'm actually getting around it now, the way I'm getting around it now is I'm not magnifying the original stream, and in the browser, I'm reducing the magnification. Normally, you is 100%. I reduced it to 25%. So then obviously the comments is really, 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 really small. But then the screen is much bigger.
Yeah. So because when you do it and you pull it share screen like that and it goes full screen like that, it'll magnify just the biggest part. So you're like, cool. That's pretty smart.
Yeah, I went back and forth. I was okay. Let me go larger to see if I could zoom into the screen, and it didn't work. It's actually working the same way as what it was doing before. It's going into like a letterbox, which I didn't want. And when I went negative, I'm like, oh, okay, then it worked. So I'm doing that now for this stream for you.
Yeah.
I'm on my platforms, but LinkedIn.
That's okay. I think we could get, but again, like this is what we talked about, right?
Yeah.
This is a really great way to get different people who have who maybe don't have the exposure or don't have the access to channels like LinkedIn, right? To get them to share their content, because again, like I said, there's a lot of good people who share a lot of great content on their on other social media platforms, but say it's something that I see goes, man, that would really bode well on LinkedIn. And they probably have a pretty good connection on LinkedIn. It's just that they don't have access to stream there. So when I try to find those kind of people, I really want to highlight those. So that's why in the first place I started seeing it. Go, you know what? They might not have access to it, but I do, and I really want to share their content, and it's really great. So that's why again I can do that. And then on top of that, once I pretty much have their stream in my stream, I can pretty much just have as much fun as I want. I've streamed other people's shows, so like I've done that with. I can create their overlays, right? While on their stream right there, this is what it looks like to everybody who's watching, right? They'll see it on my stream and they go, "Oh, cool." Yeah. And even though on their stream it looks a little bit different, so I've done this for like other people. So you can see, right?
Yeah, I like that.
And they use that like that because I created it like this because they use a Zoom, so it's more like a letterbox, like you're talking about. It kind of just keeps them in set, like excuse me, let's go wide. So there you go. See, that's what it looks like. On a Zoom call, that's what it would look like, and that's why I kind of created this overlay for them. So you can use either or. So even up close, it doesn't look too bad.
No,
right. And the same thing with any of the other overlays that you create. If you do them like that, or if you do the large letterbox, there it goes. Right.
Yeah, that's something I haven't ventured into creating, like the overlays. I've been, I know once you figure out to do it, you're fine. I mean, I know that Canva, I've used Canva for backdrops or what they call them, whatever that is.
I'm going to show you my secret how I do it. It's really, really simple.
Okay.
Because again, and you can literally, and here's the wonderful part about this. It's free to do this.
That's even the best one, right?
That is the best way. That's what I say. So as a content creator, nothing's better than putting something together and free. So even something like this, let me show you this. So this is a GIF, right? Here we are. You see how the flames are going, and it's
yeah. I've seen this. I've heard that this can be done. Yeah, animated backgrounds and overlays. Yeah.
So even like this one, check it out. See, the colors are going there. So whenever you do this, and you can put this in through either. Now I think StreamYard has. Restream has a limitation because for some reason you can't upload a GIF.
Oh, wow.
It's hard to upload a GIF because it won't take the file. That's what these essentially are that I've created, and you can do them in StreamYard. You just can't do them in Restream. But what you can do with Restream, though, let me tell you. When you play a video in StreamYard, the video takes priority over everything. So once the video starts playing, mics get mute. Any kind of background or overlay gets taken off the screen. In Restream, you can actually play a video, and you can have an overlay sitting on top of it. To me, that was a pretty cool function, and I learned about doing it.
I didn't know. But I tell you this much: I'm obviously many people that are watching this know that I'm sponsored by Restream, but this statement is true. I do enjoy, or I prefer Restream. I do like the different features that they have. The only thing that I wish that they had that StreamYard has is the ticker on the bottom.
There's a ticker that you can do here, and I have both, so that's why I say I work with both. So if you do,
built-in, but the built-in ticker, like that,
right there on the bottom.
Yeah, and that's what they have. Mind you, I could do it too, but I have to create an overlay or something, right? Something like that. Yeah.
So and it's gonna, and you got to play it. probably have to play it as in, you have to probably upload it into like the video part, not where it's an overlay, because I don't know if
Yeah.
it'll play it. So that's one of the things that they have here. But
And then I thought about it being an overlay. Don't they have a duration limit? Like, so I would have to constantly keep clicking that button.
button over, yeah.
Yeah.
So whereas on StreamYard, it just constantly streams.
Yep.
So this is what I have like for theirs. I created this one. They don't even know that I did that, but whenever I did, it's got the stream there, so it'll tell them, hey, check out their page, their Facebook page, right? And it goes there, and then you can actually add it into the comments as a clickable URL. So once you put it into the comments right there, and it create a hyperlink, and it boom, there it goes. You can use it. So like I said, each one of them has their features that I really do like. Like with what you can do in Restream, where you can actually upload a preset video. So you can essentially schedule a preset video. So if you've got content that you've created that you want to stream live to, and you upload it, and you set the timer, you go put everything together, and you upload it, boom, it'll just start running.
Listen, I have a video like when we do linked lunches, and I just click a button, and it comes on the screen. Here it is. See? See, mind you don't see it because it's actually on my stream. But yeah, it just shows up just perfectly,
Yeah, and again, that's one of the other features that's a little bit different with Restream. So they both of them have their strong points on certain things with the flexibility you can do with like Restream, because Restream the StreamYard has a destination limit of 10. Restream, you can actually stream to 30. Now, I don't know why you would want to, but you could stream to 30 different social media platforms.
Well, most of them, when you look at them, you can't even make out what the heck the name they are. So you're not going to be streaming to them. But I'm streaming, even though I don't have much of an audience on Periscope, which is Twitter. I don't have much of an audience in Twitch.
I do it anyway.
I do it anyway because I want to create a library, and eventually this content is searchable. I mean, it's indexed. So that's the reason why I do it. I mean, that's about it. Outside of that, that's the main reason why I do it. But you'd be surprised. Sometimes I get a few
comments.
Comments. And as long as you use the hashtags and use them effectively, that stream could come up.
Yeah, right. And that's why I say, if you have the ability to do it, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know sometimes a lot of content creators will tell you, hey, just concentrate on that one, social media platform and build from there. But my thing is, that's really cool. But I mean, how do you know what platform you're really going to take off on?
Well, I'm doing it now. I'm technically doing it, even though I'm broadcasting to all these different platforms. My bread and butter is LinkedIn, and I don't know what it is. I mean, when it comes down to engagement, it's so much higher in LinkedIn. So yeah, I mean,
and I've seen people. I mean, and I know people who have a strong presence on LinkedIn who actually have more connection and more ability on other social media platforms.
Wow. Okay.
So like, and I'm going to use this example because I've seen her actually do it. So like Kenyatta Turner, she has a lot of people that she's on LinkedIn, and she's connected with a lot of folks. I've seen her on a lot of live streams. She does a lot of content on there, but she's actually got a Facebook group that she's actually just started, and it's growing exponentially quickly. And she's doing a series of interviews with women entrepreneurs, and I mean, literally, it's her numbers are growing more and more and more because, again, whatever she has done, she's transferred from one platform to another very well. So I've seen her do that, and again, I see her connected with so many people. So, and again, some people just have a different. Again, their strengths are in different places. So, like even like Rob.
Is that Kenny? He's
That's
on YouTube.
that's Kenny on YouTube. Yes, so you can
Oh my dude, KD's in the house. KD, you gotta follow me on YouTube. Is my first and last name.
Yes,
Wow, that's crazy.
and you got to think, man. That's a wonderful thing, right? Of what we do here. Kenny, I know people know Kenny in so many different live streams. It's kind of like myself. I've been on watching other people's live streams, right? And I see Kenny pop up, and he comments, and he's just being himself, right? And the people see it, and they go, "Hey, look, there's Kenneth Dunner Jr. Awesome!" And I go, so I'm literally I've been on other people's live streams that I've never seen before, just because I get interested when I see somebody I don't know on a live stream, and I'll hop on there, and then I'll see him pop up, and I go, "You're like everywhere," and I watch a lot of live streams, so when I see him somewhere else, I go, "Okay, I know that he's he really probably goes in there, and people know him, and they connect with him, and that I'm pretty sure like I said, I know a lot of live streamers who know him, just like you. Like, you were like, "Is that Katie?" Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
So
no, mind you, I've been lucky to talk to him on a personal level. We've actually jumped on a Zoom call. He's if anybody knows him, knows that he's from Sugar Land,
Texas.
Yeah, so everybody knows that about him. And mind you, when I was down visiting my family and I love you too, man. This dude is so cool. When I was down in Frisco, Texas, we jumped on a Zoom call, and I got my brother-in-law there, my nephew was there, and ironically, my nephew and him have similar interests and also career paths. Like, my nephew's interested in getting to an area that kind of specializes in, and they had a great conversation. They connected on LinkedIn, and they had their own call, and they exchanged best practices, and Kenneth gave him some advice. So I'm forever thankful to Kenneth, because he went above and beyond the call of duty, and helped out my nephew. So I can't thank him enough.
And that's the power of this platform, man. That's the power of what it is, and how you can a simple connection request. You never know how far it will lead you, or where it will lead you to. So that's why I tell everybody, send me, like the other night I connected with Elia. So
yeah,
she's really cool. And I have her now on my list of people to try to reach out to and have on the show. So I've been building up that's what I was kind of talking about before you came on, was just how I'm setting up the process now of how I want to start having guests on and putting everything together, because that's the next step for me. Because once I start doing that, I get people just booked back to back to back to back.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I know. I mean, like, it's almost like, how the heck this guy even has a time? Because I know you got a full time, you know what I mean? And so, for you, and then the prep work and doing all that kind of thing. And mind you, as much as you could have, as many templates that you might have, there's still a lot of customization that you have to implement, with each guest. Now, one thing I was thinking about was when you said about what is this? We got a special guest in the house.
Yeah, so this is my little mini me. I don't know if you can see him. So
I see his head.
Say hello. Look, here. Look at the camera. Not at the way.
Hey, hello.
So I'm gonna play this.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a great game. Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great game.
I'm gonna play Mario Party 2.
All right.
What's your favorite person to play? You can play different people, right?
Yeah, you can play different people. I got another guest, so let me just let you see that.
Hey, pretty girl.
That's my daughter. So
you can play with 5 people.
Okay.
Mario Party 10, and one of you are the Bowser.
So, so he says Bowser's his favorite, apparently.
Oh.
So,
Bowser's the one in the center of that
yes.
image, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, that's another thing that I've actually done. So, um, whenever I used to stream before, I actually streamed it. Yeah,
Oh, that's your remote. I
that's your
like that.
remote.
That's a nice looking remote.
My remote to the game.
Yes. So
Oh, I like that. That's a beautiful remote.
I'll be there in a little bit. Okay. So I'll get your batteries. No, well, they need those things need battery. I don't know. They're kind of older, so. So Katie's asking, did you shave off your truth, friend? So, yeah, I think Marcello looks a little clean shaven today. So, because
hey, there you go. It's back. Look, see? It's back, baby. I grow it like it's nobody's business.
This is right.
You like that?
I like that.
It's a filter.
That's pretty. Yeah. So that's the cool part about when you see Brian and Tim and they're on there and they're just messing around. So
Yeah.
They got so many filters you can actually use. So
You see that look like it doesn't change much of my face, but it just takes the beard off. Look.
there you go. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks like it really does look like. Hey, man, he's got that 5 o'clock shadow already coming in, and
No, mind you, this is how I look for real right now. No, this is the filter.
he says without it you look 12 years old.
Oh no, I could get younger for you right now if you wanted to. I could get almost like become like a little baby, and I can actually become right in the family just like that.
There you go.
You see?
Hey, yeah, look at that, baby.
Yeah, let me zoom out a little bit. See now, this is my little cousin is hanging out with you guys.
Right? He's like, hey, what are y'all doing?
Yeah. Hello. Hey, say hey.
Say hey.
Can I play video games with you guys?
What? Can you have what? Yeah, in a minute. Not right now. Daddy's on here live, so
Yeah.
I'm on the camera. Don't you say hi to the camera? Oh, she's like, no, I don't want to say the camera no more.
I know when you picked her up, she wasn't, she was tense like this.
Well, like he likes to see. Oh, come on here. There you go. Say hi.
There you go. Hey, what's going on? Hey, I got a show just like your dad. Yeah, I got a show just like your dad. I like video games and I play Mario Kart just like you. My dad lets me play all the time. Yeah. I'm 7. How old are you?
6.
You're 6? Oh, I'm just 1 year older than you. Look at that. Oh man, that is so cool. What grade? I'm in the what is that? 4th grade? Let me guess. What grade are you in?
1st.
Oh, so you can see I got my grades off, Yeah, I got skipped. I got promoted 3 grades.
All right, go inside, buddy. I'll be in there in a second, okay?
And I'm gonna get a motorcycle ride
That's
today.
right. So
Yay!
So yeah, he's kind of looking at you for a minute, going, "Man, he looks."
He's a little too young to have a show.
So he was watching it, going, "What is going on?" And he looked for a second. That's why he's looking away, going, "Huh."
Yeah.
So yeah, those filters are really fun.
Yeah.
Again, you can just have, like I see sometimes when Stephanie Lou, when she's on, she has her. I mean, she's actually. I've had her on, and we've actually, right. So you can animate your.
Yeah, I can animate myself just easy breezy. I mean, that's it. It don't take much. I see it's easy.
Right.
I can put sparkles in my face if I want.
There you go. Look at that.
Easy. I mean, it's so easy. It's ridiculous. I like it. Mind you, the only thing about this app is that you have to have a decent computer.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot of RAM and it takes a lot of CPU.
CPUs, yeah. So it takes a lot to try to run it because again, I've put that over there. Take that inside.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, I've actually downloaded it again, but since I gotta get me another. I gotta get me another tower just to run uh, that kind of stuff on there because my hard drive has so much stuff that I got downloaded, so many videos, all this other stuff that I've done from previous shows that I've kind of I kind of keep just to I can start chopping down because I want to start creating a lot of my some of my older shows into just like snippets.
Yeah.
Because especially like with LinkedIn stories now, I mean, I could take so I could take small pieces of interviews. Like I've had Kristen A. Sherry on, or somebody who's again who might have a lot of following on LinkedIn, and I can take small snippets of something that's really poignant or something that's really cool that they're talking about that they're sharing and just upload it on there. So
yeah.
I was thinking about that the other night when we were talking about that. I go, wow, I could actually do that. That's another way to share using your stories. And again, I think it'll really be a really good way to drive traffic. So you know you can do photo, video, photo, and share that. So that was a really great idea. So I said, you know what, I need to start getting on cutting down that a lot of the content because I've had a lot of content creators who've been on LinkedIn. I mean, tons of them. And that's why I said, at that point, I said, you know what? I've had, they did that 50, the top 50 people or top 50 most influential people on LinkedIn, right? They did this last week. They released it. So a lot of people who were on there were sharing it on their social media, on their LinkedIn page, on some of the other ones. So I saw that and I went through the list, and I've had at least 10 of those people on my show. So
wow.
So I said, you know what, I can essentially take clips that I've had of them on the show, us doing interviews, and then repurpose it, man, and just put a put a small little bumper intro or something in there, just put it together and just upload it on there.
Yeah. So, well, that's a good idea. And mind you, using the app like what Share suggested.
A drill.
Yeah.
Which, that app I was telling you about, Canva, the Canva story. Yeah, and you could use something like that and just dress up the clip.
Yep. And put it on there, and then boom, you're ready to go, and you can just start uploading it. And that's why I said I started thinking about that the other day. So, oh man, what a wonderful way! And you know, when I thought about it, I said I got 135 episodes to choose from, so I can just start pulling people. I mean, I've had people like I've had Rich Cardona on the show. We were on the round table talking about a really important topic. I've had David Meltzer on the show doing that. I've had again a lot of people who have a lot of following on LinkedIn. So if I start building these clips together and then start sharing it and doing my content, that's what I've been thinking about doing. So and it's just another way to drive traffic, right? Start getting people out there and go, oh, check this out.
No, I love it. One thing, talking about traffic, I wanted to go back to what you said earlier, that Kenyatta was using Facebook groups.
Yes.
I'll share it with you if you like. I was listening to a podcast, and they mentioned that there's a change that Facebook implemented into Facebook groups, and the change is that they're gonna make a lot of the content that is usually kept in Facebook groups, like a bubble, like similar to like LinkedIn events. Like usually a lot of the stuff that happens at LinkedIn events only stays in LinkedIn unless you are invited.
Yes.
So Facebook is actually making a lot of that content available in the main people stream, the main live stream, or people's Facebook stream. Yeah. So they're making it more discoverable. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So meaning that if you have a Facebook group, you start using it or more. Or in my case, I don't have a Facebook group, and chances are that could come up in the stream in addition to you being already in the group. So that's something to consider.
That's pretty smart to think about.
Mind you, the article that I read contradicts and even shamed Facebook for doing that, because now that they're going to be making a lot of content that is usually isolated for Facebook group, they said the timing was not the best, because now that we're going into a political season, a lot of these groups could be specific, promoting a slant.
Yeah.
And if that kind of dialogue goes into your main feed, then it's gonna promote the wrong message.
Yes. And that makes sense. And again, I think, but I think if you're going to use it for like the purposes that they're using it for, though, that would like what Kenyatta does.
Yeah,
I think that's a really good way, because a lot of the times, I know this because I've been connected with a lot of the people who I'm connected with on LinkedIn, right?
I can't help to listen to the background in your place.
So
I love it
because they're all running around, but I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
But like, say I'm connected with a lot of the people that I've connected with on LinkedIn, on Facebook now.
Yeah.
So if you have a lot of those people already connected, if you start building like a group like you're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could actually start. I think, and that's why Kenyatta's group worked really well, because again, she had a lot of people connected with that she was built in on LinkedIn already on Facebook. So when she started inviting a lot of these people on to her group page and stuff, that for me that was really genius, because again, she built this whole series of interviews with a lot of women entrepreneurs, right? And they start inviting other people who come and watch to the group, start building up the group. She's done contests to offer like prizes.
Oh,
right?
really? Wow.
So like she has people who like might be part of these speaking engagements, right? So this is part of it, right? They'll donate, like I can do 5 coaching sessions, right, with women who want to learn how to do social media branding or something, whatever. So she offers that into this group, and it's really cool.
Wow. Wow.
Because again, and they're giveaways. So people, hey, come to the group, sign up. You're entered in to win, and she might do a simple contest. Somebody wins, they'll get custom.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is, and she's got, and I mean, literally starting from 0 to, I think she has. Let's see, because I connected with the group whenever she started doing it, because it's because I really like Kenyatta. Though we've connected. We've had a couple of conversations, but that to me that was pretty sweet that she did that. And let's see, where she at? I'm trying to see how many followers she has now in that group, because again, it started out not too long ago either. I'm talking about maybe, let's see, it is, where it is, personal development. There it is. Okay, so when she started this group, mind you, this is a personal group. She had 0 members to start out with. She's already, and this was again probably a month and a half ago. She's already at 1.4K.
What?
Yes, 1,400 members that quick. And by doing this, right? So it's working. I mean, you just don't build a Facebook group and have that many members start up and join so fast. So
that don't make any sense, dude. That's crazy to think that.
Yes, and I remember when I first joined, because it was only like at that point there was like 179 members.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said,
that's crazy to think. Mind you, does she interact with the? I mean, I gather she must interact with the group often. That's why.
So she does, and again, she has a lot of these personal interviews that she does. Again, with and what she does is she draws the traffic. She streams to that that Facebook group, right?
Mhm.
But she's also set up like a VIP group where you can actually go
Ah.
pay to join the VIP group, and you can interact with the speakers. You can reach out to them and then like set up discovery calls and all this other stuff. I mean, it's really genius. It was a genius idea, and she's been doing it now. I think she's doing 21 women entrepreneurs, something like that. So she's only about halfway there, but she's had really great guests.
Hmm.
So I said, man, what a cool way to do that.
No, I like that. I like that, Manji. It goes back to what we said before, or what we suggested, that even though you may want to just use one platform, mix it up. Yeah, see, Ilya, I told this to her a long time ago. Bring the kids into the feed. I told that to her, and mind you, mind you, everybody's a little bit different, obviously. But you know, I suggest, but just bring the kids in the feed. Like you brought your two children and introduced them. But I understand sometimes it's not for everybody. You know what I mean?
It's yeah. Some people really freak out.
And we're just shooting the shit right now, so we're not really having something a structured conversation. So
buddy.
Yeah.
Don't turn that off, please. Turn it off. There you go.
Tiene que pagarlo, págalo.
There you go. Turn it off. Don't mess with that.
Mm-hmm.
So
we have an air blower.
You got a fan. Turn it off.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking about? He's an air blower. I'm thinking about like a leaf blower. And imagine he turned that on and everything just came forward to you.
Yes. I was like, oh no, that would have been worse because that probably would have blown my background down. I really would. But again, I don't mind having the kids on. So some people will really freak out. So, but yeah, I've had Mike on, Mike Padurano. So he's got his kids with him 24/7. So if he goes on live and his kids start going, he's like, hey, I apologize. Like, man, dude, don't apologize. Yeah. It is what it is. We're on the
new normal, right? That's what everybody says.
It is, right? So if your kids are around or whatever, I mean, I understand if you're in a conference call with a Zoom meeting and you really want to try to concentrate because you're talking about, fourth quarter projections or market strategies that you got to really do, and you quote whatever it is. I can understand and say, hey, keep the kids away. I got this going on. But like what I'm doing here, man, this is pure enjoyment. So my kids are right here. I just deal with it because again, it's part of life, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I don't know, shame anybody. If somebody has a kid, I go, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, please, man. I've had everything on my show. I've had dogs barking. I've had technical things being knocked out. I've had I was doing a live interview with somebody and their cat jumped on the screen. So I've had it happen. So
wow. I'm thinking about when it comes out to all that craziness, it's just banana. No way I mute myself every 5 minutes and we'll have to say it and go. That's funny.
So like even now, right? I'm telling you, I got not only got my two kids, but move so I can pull my camera off real quick because I have it on my tripod. But like even here, right? So there's my dog, right?
Okay.
My dog doesn't let me. He will not let me live stream without him being present.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I've done shows. Like I said, I used to do my show in my podcasting shed. That's what I call it. And he would always go with me. And most of the time, he would just sit there quiet. He could last in there with me for an hour before he wanted out. So he actually went. I went on with Brian Shulman. Me and Brian Shulman talked for 2 hours, right? And at the 2 hour mark, my dog had it. He wanted out. So he just started going nuts. And I mean, he's not a small dog. He's pretty big black lab. So he just started crawling under my desk, catching on my wires, knocking stuff down, started barking. I mean, I literally had to like try to wrap up my show while my dog was just barking over and over and over and over and over again. So that was fun.
Wow.
So again, it's all part of it, though. This is the life that most of us live right now. So again, I've always told people I don't try to hide it. I kind of enjoy the fact that this is life, and it's a Saturday night, right? So
Mhm.
you can even hear it's funny because I can hear them echoing, and that's kind of funny because again you can hear that, and then it's weird because I can talk with my own voice. I can hear the feedback, and I can just keep on talking, but I keep hearing the kids. I go, "Where are those kids coming?" Oh, never mind.
That's funny.
So, man, let me ask you, what do you got? What kind of projects does Marcello Arcelor got coming up? Or what are some of the things you got in the works? Man?
No,
There you go. Turn that off. Thank you.
and I look at it. What are they playing with?
So they got two of my mics here, so you can see. Let me pull them back over here so you can. I got two different dynamic mics here that aren't connected, so they're sitting here messing with them, playing around and acting like they're singing. So.
Oh, that's so cool. That's cool. I mean, I say it's so cool, is man, because I think about like I have a grandson. He's 16 years old, and I'll goof around with him and play and roll on the ground, and he loves that. So like, imagine like if I was 6, then if I had a 6-year-old grandson, then I'll be doing the same thing that he want to do. So I might have a microphone and make believe that we're singing too, just because he wants to do it.
Right. So
Yeah.
So you're saying it right. I would give them not to give them a chance, or else they would take over.
Oh wow! Hey, they might need to have their own live.
There you go. Right. Well, I mean, kids make a lot of money on YouTube. I mean, I've seen kids have their own shows.
Yeah, the unboxing, kids unboxing toys is huge.
Yes, on YouTube, you can actually film a kid just opening up a random. And some of these, after a while, they'll start. Some of these toy makers, right? They start sending products for them to go open and test out. I go, wow, that's really a real thing. I said, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Wow.
Para otro cortito, ya.
Yeah.
Váyase.
Yeah, get out of here.
That's funny, Elia.
Mm.
So
I know. I can imagine. You know what it is? I realized that when it comes down to parents, in my experience has been that women in my family, their tolerance has been less than men. Mind you, what we do with our children family is significantly less than the women. So when kids are acting out or having too much, the woman, their patient is already done. Us, because we don't interact with them as much as the women, we could animate and we could actually probably even antagonize or even just make them do more of it. But it's a little bit different because we don't deal with them as much as the mother or the niece and the aunt and that kind of thing. So
yeah, and again, I know because sometimes I come home and the wife is like, here are your. She'll say, "Here are your kids." I go, and I tell her, "Oh, don't you mean our kids?" She go, "They're your kids."
I'm clocking out. Here you go. I'm clocking out.
So, and I get it, man, because especially now during COVID time. So it's hard for them to get out. It's hard for even for my wife to get out and take 4 kids with them. That means you got to go out. If you're going out to a store or somewhere else, you got to have 4 masks. And then you're telling a 6-year-old and a 5-year-old don't touch anything in the store. I mean, that's like
time and time again. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. Yeah, you know that.
Yeah. So that's hard to kind of control. So that's why I get it sometimes when they're ready. She's ready to like go here. Here are the kids. Take care of them. So
because they already had enough that just want to probably just get out on the street and just go enjoy nightlife, if anything. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. And again, you got they're adults just like we are, so you got to let them release. You got to let them do their their thing. So I get that. I totally get that. So I'm again, like I said, and I can that was pretty cool. Look at the cat. Look at this cat right here.
Is that a real cat on his head?
Yeah, that's a real cat on there.
Ah!
See?
Yeah.
My dog. Look at Charlie.
You like that? It's a little kitty cat.
It's a little kitty cat on his head, right? And she's actually giving him a massage.
And stays nice. Just it doesn't move around. It's well balanced too. You see that? It doesn't move around. It stays in place. It's perfect. See that?
All right.
Yeah.
So,
see, look, I could come closer. You see that? Look
at the cat. Look
see, it comes closer. You see, right there.
That looks like not a cat. That looks like a fake cat.
Uh-oh. The jig is up.
No, the jig is up. So
all right, let me get out of here. Goodbye. I'm on the street.
Well, I'm gonna let me tell you now, I'm gonna have to get out of here pretty quickly because I did forget my laptop charger. So my thing just reminded me right now that says, hey, your laptop is at 15%. And usually on a live stream, 15% will give you about 2 minutes, if that. So, all right, folks. You know what time it is.
That's hilarious.
So, thank you, my friend.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I always have a blast hanging out with you, man.
We need to do more of this because I always have a great time with you, man.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me chop it up with you. I hope you have a wonderful evening, sir.
You too. Thank you, everybody else who's been joining along and commenting. Move, dog. Get out of the way. Stop. Y'all are going to knock down my lights.
Lárgate.
Yeah. Hey, Joaquin, son, open the doors and let the dog in because he's going to start knocking everything down. Go inside. Yeah, go inside, dog. Because he is huge and he's already – my table's bouncing in already now. And if he catches it where he's caught my wires before and took down my light, that's not fun. So
yeah, I agree.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great evening. And I will be back Monday, 7:30 Central Standard Time. So good night, folks. Here we go. Let's hit the outro.